Hello travelers, how are you? Today I want to share with you all the details regarding my trip to Menorca. If you're new here, hi, I'm Valerie. I'm a local in Barcelona in Spain. Whether you're coming for holidays to Barcelona or if you're planning to move to Spain, subscribe to my channel to keep you updated. So to make it easier for you travelers, I have 10 things I'm going to cover in this video. So in case you want to speed up and go to the part that you are most interested, these are the 10 things we are going to see. Basic information about Menorca, weather in Menorca, when to travel and how to get around in the island, where to stay in Menorca and how to get around Menorca, what to eat, what to do, what are the best beaches, and how much did my trip cost. Now excuse me guys, but the sun is killing. Let's start with number 1. Menorca is part of the Balearic Islands belonging to Spain, which is located in the Mediterranean Sea. Menorca is the less crowded island. In case you didn't know, travelers, Spain has 11 islands and those are divided into 2 archipelagos, one of them the Balearic Islands with Mallorca, Menorca, Formentera and Ibiza, the closest to Barcelona. And then we have in the south the Canary Islands, which includes Fuerteventura, La Gomera, Gran Canaria, El Hierro, Lanzarote, La Palma and Tenerife. The name of the islands has to do with the size, being Mallorca bigger than Menorca and Menorca because it is smaller. The capital is Maó and the 2 largest cities in the island are Ciutadella and Maó. Actually Maó, I didn't know this, but it is the second largest, actually natural largest ports in the world. Oh wow! And the languages Catalan and Spanish as in Barcelona, but the Catalan in Menorca is known as Menorquí. Number 2, weather in Menorca. Well, because it is in the Mediterranean, it has a Mediterranean climate, which means we have mild winters and hot summers. So the average high may be around 14 degrees in the winter and around 30 degrees in the summer. When to travel? Well, the high season is of course in the summer around June, July and August, so I have traveled in September because in May, for example, or June, the water is still a little bit cold, but if we go in September, the water is great, temperature is amazing, we don't get so many rainy days. Prices are cheaper of course because this is not the high season, prices in the flights, the accommodation, the car rental, and the beaches should be less crowded. How to get to Menorca? Well, whether you are in Barcelona, because this is the closest place to Menorca, or you are somewhere in Spain, of course you can fly to Menorca, but keep in mind that the only cities that have direct flights are Barcelona, Madrid and Palma de Mallorca. The flight takes around 35 to 45 minutes, pretty fast. If you want to go by ferry, there are ferry lines that go to Menorca, Balearia and Transmed, and I think maybe 1 or 2 more, but that's it. Balearia is the one that has the fastest speedboat, which is 4 hours, and the normal boat that takes up to 9 hours to get to the island. I once went there at night, so I slept, it was pretty uncomfortable. And the price is around 100 euros per trip, per person. And the fastest speedboat, I think it is around 300 euros per person, per trip. Sometimes if you want to go to Menorca and the flight is too expensive because you are buying it very close to the date, sometimes the ferries can be a good choice, or if you are afraid of flying as well, you can choose if you want to stop by Ciutadella port or by Maó. Where to stay in Menorca? We can divide the island in 2. We have the airport on the right, the city center on the left, the beautiful tiny beaches in the south, and the rocky beaches and the sunset on top on the north. If you want to stay near the port, near Ciutadella or Maó, that can be a good choice, but to be honest, the best way to get around in the city is by car or by scooter, so you don't have to stay in the port, in the larger towns. You can actually look for better places with your car or your scooter, you can get to all the beaches. I personally stayed in Cala Emporter because of several reasons. First of all, the beach was truly amazing. I really loved it. It was very close to my hotel. Second, because it is one of the cheapest areas in Menorca. And third, because the area is amazing. It has a lot of restaurants and it's perfect. And with the car, I could go every day to a different beach. Cala Emporter is 30 minutes away from the Ciutadella, from the city center. Actually, I just went there for one day to check it out, and then I took the car and went to different beaches every day. So as long as you have a car or a scooter, you can stay basically whatever you want to stay in the island. Another beautiful area that you can consider next to Cala Emporter is Cala Galdiana. This is very family friendly with deck chairs, lots of restaurants, and it's very close to beautiful calas, so you can also check it out. This place is really cool. Remember, I'm talking about the south, so it means that all the beautiful beaches are around that area. Also in the south we have the Ciutadella, the city center, with its beautiful tiny narrow streets, the cathedral, the squares, the nightlife, the bars, lots of places to buy souvenirs, lots of restaurants. This is a really cool area, busy area, so make sure your hotel has private parking for your car. If not, I don't know where you're going to park your car, but as I said before, you don't need to stay in Ciutadella. If you have a car, you can go anywhere you want. Keep in mind that in Ciutadella there are no beaches, alright? Just the city center. Also in the south we have other two places, Sambo and Santo Tomas. Sambo is very family friendly, close to the biggest beach in Menorca, and Santo Tomas is actually far away from everything. It has a tiny beach, and if you want to disconnect and be in a super quiet area, this can be a good choice for you. So to finish with the south of Menorca, we have Maó, the capital of Menorca, that doesn't have any beaches in the nearby, but it's a beautiful old city, so I don't know, up to you. And then Binibeca, this is a beautiful place with white houses, which is really close to Cala Emporter. Finally, travelers, let's go to the north. In the north we have Arenal del Castell and Fornells. Arenal is really good because it has beautiful sandy beach, far away from everything, very quiet. And Fornells doesn't have sandy beaches, it has rocky beaches, but it's very famous for two things. One, because it is a fishing village, beautiful fishing village, and it's very well known for its gastronomy, the seafood and of course the tapas, but the best lobster stew is served there. Also, it's very famous for the water sports. If you want to have fun, go to Fornells. How to get around in Menorca? Well guys, definitely rent a car in advance through rentalcars.com. Or you can rent a scooter as well, but in my opinion, in the summer with the scooter is like too hot. I need the air conditioning, and the distances in between the beaches is not that close. So the island actually has 47 kilometers, so in my opinion the car is the best. In case you are traveling in a very low budget, you can rent a bike or you can go by public transportation. In my case, I don't want to wait for the bus, I just want to do whatever I want to do, so just be aware that there are bikes and buses. Remember that if you are coming by ferry, you can bring your own car. What to eat in Menorca? What are the dishes that you cannot miss? Well, there's a British influence in the Menorquinos' taste for gin. Probably the best known gin in Menorca is called Gin Jorigen. And of course, seafood and tapas, and the Maó cheese, you will see it everywhere. If there should be a ranking, of course, in #1 position, we should have the lobster stew. Also, we have the sobrasada, this kind of sausage, these cold meats, very famous in Menorca, fishes, the stingray especially, made in so many ways. And if you love sweet things, well, you have to try the ensaimada and also los pastissets, las duquesitas, and of course the carquinyols. And book in advance if you see a restaurant that you like, because they are usually fully booked. What to do in Menorca? Well, in the top #1, of course, visit the calas, these beautiful beaches. I have a list of my favorite ones. I'm going to leave you a link in the description of this video so that you can download my Menorca map for free, of course, so that you can at least go and see the most beautiful calas. They are mostly in the south of the island. Apart from the calas, you need to go and visit the old villages like the one in Ciutadella, in Maó, in Binibeca, Sant Boi and Fornells. Also, don't forget to go and watch the sunset. It's really beautiful, the sunset in Menorca, in the north, I would say, in the northeast and in the northwest. And also, I'm going to leave you here in the screen and also, of course, in the description, in the map of Menorca that I created for you, beautiful places to be surrounded by nature. And be aware that this place here, yes, this requires to book in advance and to go there very well dressed. So what are the best beaches, the one that you cannot miss? Well, of course, Cala and Parterre. This is where I stayed for the 7 days. It is really easy to get there. It has, of course, lots of restaurants and the beach is truly amazing. Natural blue water surrounded by cliffs. Also restaurant in the beach in case you want to have lunch, and deck chairs. You must go there. Second one that I loved is Cala Turqueta. It really has turquoise water and white sand. Is absolutely beautiful. It's like paradise, especially if you can be the first one to arrive there. The only bad thing about this Cala is that the parking gets fully booked really quickly. Like, you have to go super early. In case you don't, there's another option. You can go to Cala Galiana, park there, and then walk 3 kilometers to get to the Cala. It's really worth it, so I really recommend you to do it, but be prepared. Bring water, bring food, because there's nothing near the area. Next to Cala Turqueta, we also have Cala Macarelleta, which is a tiny, beautiful cala with a white sand. It's really amazing. And right next to it, Cala Macarella. So you can see the two of them. They are next to each other, and it is worth the walking. Be prepared again. Bring your own food and water, because there is nothing in the area. Two other calas that I really loved are Cala Mitjaneta and Cala Mitjana. They are next to each other, and in Cala Mitjaneta, actually there is no sand, no place to lay down. It's a rocky beach. It's like a swimming pool with transparent water. The landscape is really awesome, and right next to it we have Mitjana with cliffs, and people love jumping into the water. Again, anything in the area, be prepared and bring your own food and water. In the top 5, I would definitely add Cala Pregonda, which is in the north. It's very easy to get there, only a small walk. It is a red sandy beach with turquoise water, absolutely stunning. The landscape is really beautiful, and again, anything in the area. And guys, I need to add, because it's a really nice beach, Cala Trebaluger, right next to Cala Mitjana, where the parking, so you park there and then you go through a medium walk, so it's really worth it. It's not too far away. It's a bigger beach with white sand. It's really lovely, and again, be prepared because there's nothing in the area. The one that I am not going to recommend you guys is Cala Escorchada. Cala Escorchada is far away. The walk is not very nice, and the beach is okay, but it's not worth the walking, so I wouldn't go there. And then I would recommend you to go to Algallarens. It's a very nice, cool, laid-back beach. Again, I really like it, but it's not in my top 5. and the view from Cala Morel is really nice, though the beach is not. This is basically, guys, everything I could see in 5 days, let's say, because the first day I was traveling and the last day I was traveling as well. So in 5 days I could see all those beaches. Also, guys, a very good fact that I learned and that will be super useful for you guys, and you're gonna love me because of this, is that you have to check the wind every day. If it's windy in the north, go to the south, and vice versa. Remember about it. And if you want to go walking to all these calas, be prepared to bring your boots, bring your sneakers, whatever, so that you're comfortable, and make your own food or bring your own water. And again, be prepared. Okay, travelers, we are in the last part of the video. How much did I spend in my trip to Menorca, and how much you would have to pay if you go to Menorca this year, 2023, in September to 9th of September in the low season. If you go during the summer, June, July and August, it will be more expensive. So guys, in flights, you will have to pay 125 euros more or less, flight from Barcelona to Menorca per person. Then we have the car rental. Car rental for 7 days, a small car like a 4Car would be around 255 euros. And then the hotel. A hotel in Cala Importer, which is a very cheap place to stay, could be around 945 euros. And the breakfast is not included, around 15 euros per person per day. And guys, finally, if you want to have lunch and dinner at a restaurant every day, you should spend around 50 euros for 2 people per meal. So this gives us a total of 1,659 euros without meals, and around 700 euros with meals included. Remember that if you want to go to the calas and you want to prepare your picnic, you don't need to go to the restaurant. In this case, you won't have to pay that much. So guys, hope you have enjoyed my video about my trip to Menorca. If you want me to go to Mallorca, to Ibiza, to Formentera, to the Canary Islands, anywhere in Spain, let me know down in the comments. I will read them and I will upload more videos if you ask me to do so. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any news from Barcelona, from Spain, and see you next week, travelers. Bye bye!